right to do things, but why can't they do it lawfully? Why can't, why break in on other people's property?
When we saw those police in riot gear, we thought that, it was kind of proof that Lord Tavistock had been kind of leaning on the police, and that the police were responding to that. Land it belongs to everybody, God's land, not my land or anybody else's land. So when we access land, we're campaigning for the right, and we say the right, to respectfully use that land. The philosophy of the raves, the attitude to land, the non-commercial parts of that ethos extend well beyond the rave into the rest of our lives. For example, here you have an ex-derelict hospice which we squatted in 1992, which has now served as home to 40 people.
The old hospital the ravers have taken over is 20 minutes away from Woburn on the outskirts of Luton.
We came here, squatted here for 4 or 5 months and argued with the council that we should be able to use our housing benefit to regenerate this building.
A good way to understand us and our principles and ethos, if you like, is to look at Woburn Abbey, with all due respect to Lord Howland, and to, if you like, the pyramid which is in place there in terms of its governance. And in that pyramid you have Lord Howland, who's at the top in total authority through birthright, if you like, and then underneath that you have more evenly spread underlings, if you like, until you get to the necessary wide spread bottom. At the bottom, no authority, no power, just purely, that's a pyramid. What we do here is more akin to a wheel. And in the wheel, all of us are spokes of the wheel, equally important, although some varying roles necessarily, we're all equally important to the wheel.
The idea of status through birth or privilege is really the complete opposite.
Absolutely.
Morning, Mummy, it's me. It's about 9:20. Just wondering if you were on your way back from Manton yet and how the filly worked this morning. Give me a shout, I'm in my car, and then I'm in my office the rest of the morning. Hopefully catch up with you before lunch. If not, I'll see you there. Okay, bye.
Sorting out the headache of the illegal raves is now the responsibility of Lord Howland.
So any sort of damage could happen anywhere around. I mean, especially next to the golf course, you think of the damage that could happen. And they're totally illegal. From what I've heard, they either meet up in Luton or in Dunstable.
Oh, really?
Or I think sometimes they use the service station on the M1. They need an area where you can park, I think, sort of a few hundred cars, sort of 400 cars,
wow,
500 cars, and they all go off in this convoy.
As you can see, old hospital ward, what was a hospital ward.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. This is Nancy.
Hello.
Hello. And Asha. Where's Asha? Just going to show them a finished scaffold.
Okay.
The bricks here are reclaimed bricks from an old farmhouse which was tumbled down. Used the bricks, railway sleeper, and these doors were made on site in the workshops. The cut glass was cut by John, who lives next door. We made it so that this bathroom looks as though it could be in a £200,000 house. What we hope to be able to show Woburn and Lord Howland is that our whole intention is to improve land.
So where do we go with the raves now? What's the future of those?
We've invited Lord Howland to come and visit us.
Or to come down here?
To come to this project. I mean, we'd all love to sit down with him and talk philosophy, really, as head of a pyramid. We're awaiting his response, but we've asked him. I've left a message with his office saying we'd like him to visit the project.
Is he going to come, do you think?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
But you don't know?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
You be good.
How are you feeling, Grant?
First time in the plane. The nerves haven't started yet. Probably when I'm about to get on the plane, that's when I'll start, but I'm fine just now. You're good.
How are you feeling?
No, come on, truthfully.
keep it 13 by
Grange Farm.
the railway station up here.
Yeah.
Harold? Yeah. What's going on? What's the meeting about?
Well, Lord Howland's thinking of letting them have some land where they can hold their raves legally.
Well, actually legally letting the ravers
Yes.
have a bit of land? What, here on the estate?
Here on the estate.
Well, that would be a revolutionary idea, wouldn't it?
That'd be something new, yes.
What would Lord and Lady Tavistock say about that?
Good question. Good question. I think you need to talk to Lord Howland about that. Let him answer that one. Okay.
You are going to meet them?
Yeah, definitely.
And are you going to give them a piece of land for their raves?
We'll have to wait and see. We're looking at some sites, they're looking at some sites. Don't know till we've seen them. Okay? Thanks.
In the next programme, the family is divided on the wisdom of negotiating with the
I
ravers.
don't like the idea of raves anyway.
You would think they could do something else with their lives rather than go to these amazing parties where there's a lot of drugs.
And there's a further crisis when a huge...
We'll have to wait and see. We're looking at some sites, they're looking at some sites. Don't know till we've seen them.
And Lord and Lady T can't see eye to eye on where her ladyship's got an appointment to meet a group of ravers who've been in constant trouble with the law. He's agreed to meet the group who call themselves Exodus and who live in a former squat in old hospital buildings 20 minutes drive away from Woburn.
Morning, everyone. Morning. We've got 10 o'clock he's coming round. We're going to give him a general tour in here, cup of tea, walking round a couple of job sites, meet a few people. Rich, can we, Lord Howland's coming round.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
10 o'clock, right?
Run around like arsehole.
Yeah. What he's going to do, is going to... can we show him in your house?
Yeah, sure.
Because yours is a semi.
What are you going to call him? Lord Howland or his lordship or my lord?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it really. I'm not a big one for titles, so I can't really call it... Can I call him Mr. Howland?
No, he's not Mr. Howland.
He's not
Lord
Mr. Howland,
Howland.
is he?
Back at the Abbey, the design of the coffin has at last been agreed by Lady T and designer Lisette de Roche.
I think she wants to put her family crest and the Bedford family crest. She wants to include that. That's quite important. And also the coronet's relevant to her because she gets that anyway. But if she's still a marchioness and not a duchess, she has balls rather than all leaves. So the way to remember it is if she's still the marchioness, she's got balls. And if she dies, she loses her balls and she gets the leaves back. So that's how I'm remembering it at the moment.
Was that her suggestion?
Yes,
How you can remember
it was.
Morning, guys. Hi. All well?
How are you?
Yeah, good.
The local press have heard about Lord Howland's visit to the Ravers' commune.
What's the purpose, really, of your visit today?
To see, you know, what goes on here. And we've been chatting with Exodus because they had raves at different places at Woburn. Mm-hmm. So it was, you know, to try and find a site that they'd be happy using and we'd be happy with them using it. I certainly was very anti-raves and things until you get to meet people and learn a little bit about it and find out what goes on. And if we can stop some of the confrontations that happen, you know, certainly around Woburn, that would seem a sensible way forward. Wish I could learn to write like that.
Hello, everybody.
Morning.
Oh, babes. So you can see, again, like, you know, creches cost you £100 a week. Yeah. You know, whereas if you've got the space, if you've got the land, you know, you can do things yourself, really.
Well, this is great.
Thank you. That's lovely, isn't it?
Huh?
It's very
fantastic.
This is the work. Is due rent entitlement, and our whole argument was, look, 4 people living up in a house where a landlord owns 10 of them.
Yeah.
The landlord's pockets are like this, and we're all living in grime. So we were saying, why can't his rent entitlement be used to regenerate his own space?
Yeah. But I've come here and been able to really hone what skills I did have and gain confidence and whatever, because that's really the key to it.